So we had Chipotle for lunch, like what, hour ago, something like that. I just had explosive diarrhea in there.
What did you order?
My usual, just chicken burrito, queso, hot salsa, pinto beans. The list goes on,
I got the black beans and I was fine.
Oh, okay.
That must have been it.
That must have been it. That must have been it.
I get the basic rice and chicken just because I wanted something a little light.
You could get that anywhere. Why
I
you
know.
have to go to Chipotle for rice and chicken?
You wanted Chipotle.
I did want Chipotle. So that's this time. Why is that your usual? Like that's like going to Subway and ordering a ham and cheese.
I did that as a
I
kid.
know. I remember. I was there. I thought to myself, what the heck?
Come on, you didn't censor yourself that much as a kid.
That's true. No,
You said, what the f***? What the f***?
Audibly went, what the f*** are you doing? What is this?
So everything feeling okay down there?
Yeah, I'm doing good enough at this point, like, it actually, that whole experience kind of reminds me of a little tale.
Oh.
Dominic, stop me if you've heard this one before. It's a little tale. It's about love, it's about loss, and it's about a pizzeria.
Yeah. Yeah, you've heard of this before.
Would you spend a shall we say a business week overnight at a pizzeria?
Oh, no.
Like the total number of nights would only be 5.
Is that the
Only
thing?
5?
Is that the consistent thing? Do they ever go above that? There's a night 6, right?
There's like your night 6 modes, or like your as things
That's your
progress,
overtime
there's like
week?
your
Can we also make sure to reiterate, you don't know much about any of this, right?
Yes, so what I'm getting at here is Five Nights at Freddy's, a series I have never played. I watched a couple videos on years ago when they first came out.
Basically, we just thought it'd be funny if Eric explained it.
Dominic had a lot of questions. Dominic had a lot of questions
nothing about
Five
this
Nights
series,
at Freddy's lore, and
Well, it was just really funny one time. Like, we were all working, and like Eric, you were explaining some things to Dominic, and we already forgot them all. So might as well.
Yeah, might as well refresh.
I see
everybody.
Five Nights around a lot.
Yeah.
And I just really have no idea what's going on.
It's like huge. Scott Cawthon, I believe, is the name of the guy who made it.
I just know Freddy.
Yeah, so
That's
so
really about
you got like Five Nights at Freddy's, which was like originally like I forget, was it like free to play or was it like super cheap?
It's like $5.
Yeah, like $5, like some cheap little computer game.
Mm-hmm.
You take the role of a security guard who's supposed to be like the night watchman for this Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, just a blatant ripoff of Chuck E. Cheese, but like spookier. The entire game is taking place from your desk, and you basically...
You don't walk around the
Nope.
pizzeria?
You use the security cameras. You can flip through different channels and see what's happening.
Okay.
And for the most part, you never see the animatronics move, but they move. And
How
they're
do you know
coming
that
for
they don't move though?
Well, because like you start the night and look at there's Freddy, there's Fozzie, there's Chica,
Ozzy? Isn't that? That's a Muppet.
there's Freddy, there's
all kind of
Bonnie,
Muppets.
there's Chica,
There's Clyde.
there's Clyde, there's Bonnie.
Okay, there's not Clyde.
Inky, Stinky, Pinky, and Clyde.
Inky, Stinky, Pinky, and Clyde. Fee, Fi, Fo, and Fum. Now there's only 4. There's only 4, but the Freddy being one entity kind of has a little wrench thrown in it as we get into this.
Okay, so these are animatronics.
Yes.
And these like some guy just created evil robots and that
Nope. They are just regular old animatronics. That's all you, the security guard, are informed of.
Okay.
But at night, they come alive and start moving around.
Night at the museum.
Then they try to...
Yeah, that is pretty much like Night at the Museum.
Night at the museum, but like picture the everything wants to kill you, not just the dinosaurs.
Okay.
So why do they want to kill us again? They want to stuff us in the animatronic, and then will we become the animatronic at that point, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's something like, so like it all starts like way back, like in the 80s or something. There's like Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is like this big, super popular like birthday party destination, and like all the kids want to go there and stuff. It's Chuck E. Cheese. It's just Chuck E. Cheese. But there's like an accident because like some kids are like bullying this other kid at a party. So like they put him in like Freddy's mouth, and like Freddy is just an animatronic, so it's like he's just doing his motions. He ends up like biting the kid, and then like the kid has to die, right? Like I'm pretty sure the kid dies.
It's the bite of 87.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the bite of 83, which was a very similar incident that happened 4 years earlier.
So why didn't you start with that?
So yeah,
one?
why don't we start with the 83 one?
Well, the bite of 87 is the one that everybody knows because of that meme. That's like, was that the bite of 87? Remember Markiplier?
I know of him, but that's really about it. I don't know his meme though.
Yeah, was that the bite of 87? He asked that, but the joke is that
to who?
To the audience. He was streaming. And
in
like,
what context does that work?
Like,
what would I? How would I use it?
So like he's like, you know, it bites like in a little pixel because in Five Nights at Freddy's, anything in the past is like pixelated. Like that's how you can tell it's the past.
Okay.
And so there's like a bite on a kid, and then he's like, was that the bite of 87? And like
okay.
that clip gets shared on Twitter a lot. Like
we're on two different Twitters, I think.
I don't know what your For You page is looking like.
I've
but
never seen that clip.
Yeah, mine gets a little.
So why is the 83 one not being talked about when that was
so
the first one?
because like in the lore, like when you're back to the first game, like when you're flipping through the different cameras and stuff, you can see like newspaper headlines and stuff. They're just like posted on like the walls and like the employee section or whatever. And like they talk about like, you know, Fazbear Pizza, big reopening after the incident in 1987. There's all this hype about like all these things that reference something bad that happened in 1987. And then I think it's like the third game or something where like they actually like they just tell you it's like, oh, a kid got bit or something. And then it's like the fourth game where you see this little clip that Markiplier was playing. But that wasn't actually the bite of 87. That was a similar incident that happened in 1983.
Okay.
So what's the significance of the fact that it happened twice?
I don't have an answer.
Two
for
separate
that
kids die from each bite?
I imagine both kids died. How you living that?
I could bite you right now. You'd probably live. What do you mean?
Yeah,
well, I mean, this is a massive like
you could
metal.
Bite me. What if you were a large bear? Like a big bear.
A metal, plastic, whatever bear.
Yeah, but it
you
probably
know?
doesn't like clamp down that hard.
So like, that's where the purple guy comes in. That's where the purple guy comes in. So like, there's this entity, right? Like when you're like, because again, all the flashback scenes are like Atari 2600 pixelated graphics, like. So the antagonist in a lot of these like flashback games, like mini games that you can unlock through various things, the antagonist is usually a purple guy. Or I think in one of them you play as the purple guy. I don't remember. The whole gimmick is that like this purple guy, I believe he was the father of the boy who got bit in 1983.
Okay.
And then set up the bite of 87 as revenge against the kids that bullied
I feel like
his son
this is
to
like
death.
this is stuff you should be explaining like 30 minutes in, but it's like the second. It's like, do you know Five Nights at Freddy's? So there's this purple guy.
No, I'm following. Okay, so purple guy was the dad of the child. We're just gonna take it as fact.
Fact check. Yeah, okay.
We're gonna take that as fact.
We'll save the corrections for the end.
So, purple guy's the dad of the original child that got bit in '83. He wanted to get revenge on the kids that bullied him, put him into the mouth of Fred. So he set up another bite to get back at him.
Yes, and then like I think it was like the bloodlust or something, or like no, because it was a group of kids that caused the first bite. So he killed all of the kids in '87 and hid their bodies in the animatronics.
Wait. I thought it was just one bite in '87 that killed one kid.
Yeah.
So how did all the kids die?
No, like that. So okay, I don't. The incident of 1987, and a kid got bit, but they were two separate events. I want to say like two separate thing. Like it'd be like at a let's put this in a realistic terms. Mm-hmm. If it were a Chuck E. Cheese, right, and somebody gets their purse snatched in the parking lot at this Chuck E. Cheese in 2006.
Okay.
And then in 2015, the cousin of the person whose purse got snatched gets into a fight with a hobo. like there's a connection, right? There's a connection, but it's not the same thing. It's same setting, event,
Yeah.
Loose connection,
Yeah.
but it just happens.
Okay.
So it's like in the lore, is there?
So like,
There's no connection and like.
in the lore, there's like Freddy Fazbear's was shut down in 1987 because of an incident.
Was
And then,
83's
like,
bite like just not as publicized?
yeah, they tried to like throw that like under wraps. I'm pretty sure, like they were, they didn't want that getting out and affecting their stock price or some shit.
So how do you shove in 87 their bodies in the animatronics?
Yeah, he puts the bodies of the kids in the animatronics.
Why?
To hide them.
Nah, okay. I think I'm following this.
And
But
then,
why would he-
So the
and
guy
then
that runs Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, Matthew Lillard, right?
yeah, Matthew Lillard.
Is that also
guy
the
who
dad
I
runs
of
think
the
I
purple
think
guy?
he played him in the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't see that movie, but I did see like trailers and stuff. So like Matthew Lillard.
I still remember the Nicolas Cage. We didn't have the rights for Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but
Yeah.
like, we're doing a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Oh my god, I just scrolled past that because we watched that together.
What was it called? Like Wazzy's Wonder World? or
Willy's
something?
Wonderland or
Willy's
something,
Wonderland, something like
There's
that.
a Nicolas Cage movie where he plays a mute Five Nights at Freddy's employee.
Is this like a spin-off or this is...
No, it's just a ripoff.
Yeah, it's just no spin, just rip.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
No
it's
spin, just rip.
it's just Nicolas Cage beating the shit out of Five Nights at Freddy's ripoffs. And
Okay.
it's like it's the same thing. He's like the night watchman, and it's just that. But like I think I'm getting it. So like in the movie, I think it's like Matthew Lillard is like whatever, like the head guy or something.
He's the...
You know who
owner.
that is, right? Shaggy.
Oh, I did not until now.
Yeah,
Shaggy
Matthew
from
Lillard.
Scooby Doo.
And he was also in 21 Ghosts.
So is the purple guy and the owner of the pizzeria the same person?
So in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, like the reopening went well, even though the ending of Five Nights at Freddy's 1 kind of can vary. I think there's like a good ending and a bad ending or whatever. Number 2, it's like a new location. Not quite a sister location, because that comes later. It's like a new location. It's bigger. Now you've got more than just the Fonz and Chica and Golden
Fonz?
Golden Freddy, who's different than regular Freddy. He was in number 1. There's like a Golden Freddy that's more of like a spirit than a possessed animatronic
Okay.
running around.
How many animatronics are there? Like
Like a
7?
lot. In 2, there's like a puppet thing. There's
Yeah.
like there's like the OGs, I want to say, from like 1, and then there's like the toy version of them where they're like more bubbly and painted brighter.
They're
or
nicer.
whatever. Like they're newer, yeah. And then there's like this balloon boy.
What's Balloon Boy? I've seen stuff about that.
Yeah, he's like one of the animatronics, but he's not like all
There's
all
like
the-
like B-roll footage is showing like remember Balloon Boy like the news thing or something. It's just that's what you're referring. That's what you're describing.
Yeah, he's like a little ball, basically, with a little head, and he's holding a balloon. He's Balloon Boy.
So back to the games.
yeah.
So all these...
No, this is in the game.
This is the game.
Right, but like the whole... Like the idea behind it. You're a security guard and you just want to make it through the night?
Yes. You just want to
Why
survive.
are they trying to kill you? You didn't hurt the original kids of 83. And
I think they
87.
just want blood, right?
Yeah, they just want blood.
It's
And
like
then
they just like to eat.
And then in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, it's literally just the one animatronic that you got to keep track of.
I think that'd be a lot easier if it's just one.
Yeah, but he's faster.
Oh yeah, it's kind of funny. There's like it's like when you look at the cameras in some of the games, like sometimes like when you look at a certain angle, you just see one of the animatronics just scuttle, like really quickly,
Yeah.
like over to you, and then you're like, oh shoot, and then you look up, and then they're there, and then they screech in front of you.
Oh hell!
Yeah,
I
and
hate,
anytime they screech in front of you, that means you lose.
I hate like jump scares in movies and games like that.
Well, Five
Oh,
Nights at
so-
Freddy's is the jump scare game. I think
Yeah,
that's
like,
kind of the whole
that's-
thing with it.
Yeah.
That's probably why I've never played it or know anything about it.
Do you care about if it's vulgar or offensive?
Oh, I don't know. What do you
Okay.
mean by that?
Well, as in, it might be a jump scare, but it's also like it's spooking you with all kinds of
Yeah, like
violent
it-
imagery and whatnot.
Like it's atmosphere.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I just
Or just adult themes, you know.
Yeah, like you're playing a casual little like game or something. Then it's like
So what I'm trying to get at here is I think Dominic would love A Clockwork Orange,
Yes.
but hate Five Nights at Freddy's.
yeah, I feel Dominic. What do you know about Clockwork Orange?
this is the first time I've ever heard those.
There's like the dregs, you know.
I have never heard of
You've
Clockwork.
never heard of a Clockwork Orange.
You
You've
probably
never
shouldn't explain
never
this.
Seen the Stanley
Explain it on
Kubrick
video.
classic.
Is this a movie or a game?
It's a game or movie. It's a movie. It's a movie from like the 70s or something.
Yeah.
Like you ever like you know that like that trope of like the guy like sitting in a chair or something. He's got the thing that's like forcing his eyes open, and the doctor like wets him with like
What's
eye
eye drops?
drops.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, stop it, I beg you."
No.
Okay, well
I-
that's from A Clockwork Orange.
A Clockwork Orange is a movie where it's this
Gang.
this kid,
effectively,
this like whatever,
probably like 17.
yeah,
or something.
17-year-old that's just like one of the most deplorable human beings ever, you know, like he is a horrible person.
Okay.
He commits crimes, he hurts people, he assaults people, all that stuff. And then they they reform him.
Brainwash him. Like,
Yeah.
try to like.
They brainwash him to take all that evil out of him, but then society doesn't accept him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I think he kind of goes back to his
Yeah,
ways.
like reverts back to his old ways or something. And it's like a 3-hour movie.
And he
Yeah, and we just explained it pretty well.
he
So you
controls,
don't
like,
have.
Freddy Fazbear. He
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ivan. I want to say Ivan is the character's name.
Ivan Drago. Yeah.
Yeah, Ivan Drago is like in charge of like the dregs, which is like his posse that's committing all these crimes, and then chief of which is of course murdering children and stuffing them into animatronics. Yeah. So, so then like Golden Freddy, as opposed to regular Freddy, because there's a lot. Like if you like Googled Freddy Fazbear, it'd probably ask a bunch of leading questions to figure out which one
there's
you're talking
different
about.
versions of Freddy.
Yeah, because you got like your OG Freddy Fazbear, which is just like your animatronic comes to life, screams just like the rest of them, whatever. But then there's Golden Freddy, which looks similar, but he's gold.
I guess I could piece that together.
And like he doesn't have like he can't stand up on his own, he can't move on his own or anything like that. And he doesn't follow the same rules as the rest of the animatronics.
What does he do?
He can like teleport and like all this stuff.
Thought he doesn't move.
Right. You don't see him move.
I thought you don't. Wait, I thought you don't see any of them move.
Except like when they're scuttling around on the security cameras.
Isn't that? I thought that was a later in one of the series that were the
No, they're number one. You can see like what is like freaking Chica running
don't
down
know.
the hallway or something. Or
Looking at me
Fox-
like I can agree with
so-
him.
or Fox
Golden-
McCloud like fucking crawling up an air duct or something.
Okay, Fox McCloud cannot be in this. I got that one.
I'm kidding. His name's Foxy.
Okay, that might be true.
Foxy the Fox.
But so couldn't the golden bear just teleport right in front of you?
Yeah, it does.
So then how do you ever win? If he,
So like there's things you can do to prevent it. I'm pretty sure like keep him in his cage or something. But yeah, Golden Freddy like isn't even like listed as like one of the things you need to like look out for or whatever, because like he's not like supposed to exist. He's more of like a spirit, like more of just a flat out, not like a possessed situation, like a possessed animatronic, more like an apparition.
So I have a question. Is Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria like popular now? Like in Five Nights at Freddy's 1?
In Five Nights at Freddy's 1, I'm pretty sure they're trying to like start over, you know, like we're putting the past in the past and we're moving forward. Like that's kind of the idea, which is why they're opening it up.
Why?
But like the townspeople still remember what happened and everything.
why would the security guard, keep coming back?
Five Nights at Freddy's 4, which yes, fourth game in the series, released what 6 months after the first one came out. Like these games were just fucking
Wait, seriously?
coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, they made like he made like a new game every like 3 months or something.
Yeah, like it was nuts.
What is the difference between like 1 through 4? Just they add a new
It's all
character?
new stories.
Yeah, like it's continuation.
Slightly
of
new
this-
to gameplay tweaks.
Yeah, like little slight edges. Like again, you got like 1 with just your 4, And then in 2, it's a bigger area, and you've got to worry about the vent instead of just the cameras and doors.
Okay.
And then you've got to worry about, like, there's a lot of animatronics in 2. There's, like, your old school ones, your new school ones, and then, like, some new ones, like the Puppet Master and Balloon Boy. Remember Balloon Boy?
I do remember
Flash
Balloon
the
Boy.
Newspaper. It's like remembering Balloon Boy.
I remember Balloon Boy. Now,
It's
Eric,
9/11 when we're filming this, by the way.
so Eric, I got
What does that have to do with Balloon Boy?
Remember.
Oh, okay.
Eric, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a little weird how much merchandise for Five Nights at Freddy's is out there and specifically aimed at like 5-year-olds?
It is a little strange to me that like a game that was it feels like it was originally made as just like bait for like Let's Play channels and streamers and stuff, and like
Like, there's not
It's-
much to it at all.
yeah,
There's
and
not
it's-
much at all. Like, even if you play it just like as is, like, it's not like any of this story is really happening a lot.
yeah,
Like, it's kind of
each-
like
each game, if I knew what I was talking about, would give you about a minute of exposition.
Okay.
I think it's all in like little details, or is it even in the game themselves, or is it like in
it
like
is-
other areas?
It is in the game, but they do like the Call of Duty Zombies way of telling stories, where it's stupid complicated and you got to do a bunch of like random, seemingly inconsequential tasks. Kind of like when you gotta turn George Romero back into George Romero and not the big something. I don't know. Call of the Dead. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so explain the Of the Dead series. You know that one.
So yeah, we've got a few different split offs, right? There's your OG Night of the Living Dead, right? That was from like 1965, 68, something like that. It's a George Romero zombie film, classic. They never used the word zombie, you know, like haha.
It's like The Walking Dead. The
It's in the
Walking
public
Dead.
domain.
never-
We could put it on.
Is this a movie or video game? Where are we at right now?
we could play that movie. It's public
It
domain.
is, yeah. Night of the Living Dead is a movie we all own.
Yep.
Yeah.
We own the rights. Well, it was for a dumb reason too. Like, it's actually newer than like it should be to be in the public domain, but like they filed the copyright wrong
Yeah.
or something.
Or it just doesn't appear in the movie or something.
Yeah, like they didn't like put no, because yeah, the issue with the copyright was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because Frankenbass, like they f***ed up the Roman numeral for the copyright. So the copyright said it was for like the year 1877 or something instead of like 19.
How do we get so
To like 1958 or something. So like so technically it expired like the 12th century.
You're not even trying to confuse us.
Yeah, that's why Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer appears in like commercials and like you see like T-Mobile and like there's freaking Rudolph, like just straight up Rudolph. It's because he's public domain because they f***ed up the copyright. Expired like 1297 or something.
I figured just because he's been around for so long, it just
Nope.
goes to
Nope, you can't use Frosty the Snowman in the same way.
just Rudolph.
Just Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
So Night of the Living Dead is
Night of the
and
Living
you know
Dead's a
Night of the
public-
Living Dead, right?
Public domain
No.
movie.
No,
There's like,
at least like you've heard of it, right?
like black and white zombie movie. There's
I'm
a
thinking of
farmhouse.
Call of the Dead.
No, so
I
that's
thought
that's
that's what we
the
were
Call of
talking
Duty zombies.
I thought that's
not-
what we were
not-
talking about.
So
But
Call of
you
the
know of Night of the Living Dead, right?
Right.
Not
It's
really.
it's like. Have you ever seen Titanic?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Casablanca?
No.
Do
Have you
know
heard of Casablanca?
Casablanca?
I've heard of
How about
The-
Citizen Kane?
no.
You haven't heard of Citizen Kane?
Citizen Kane. I couldn't tell you one person, place, or thing.
I don't need you
Oh
to
my-
tell me a person,
Yeah,
place, or thing.
I like
I
just
just need
like
you to
you're
be like,
aware
oh
that
yeah,
a
yeah,
film
it's a
called
movie.
Citizen
It's an old
Kane
movie.
exists.
No.
You've never heard of Night of the Living Dead?
I might have heard of that one, but not Citizen Kane.
Night-
That's what we started this conversation with.
But I'm
We
not even.
started it with, have you heard of Night of the Living
I'm
Dead?
not even confident on that.
Have you heard of Dawn of the Dead?
Yes.
So you've heard of its sequel, but you haven't heard of the original.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
But I've
so-
never seen either of these.
Fair, whatever. Dawn of the Dead's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie.
Eric, I have something for you. Look at this, eh?
Hey! Can't actually see anything yet.
What is it?
An HD DVD copy.
Woo! Unrated director's cut.
Let me see
Yeah. Yeah, wait, what year? Is this a 2005 version?
It probably is.
When was it originally released?
Director Zack Snyder. Yeah, god damn it. Damn it. But it's
I just thought it was funny because it's an HD DVD copy.
HD DVD.
You know HD DVD, Dom?
I just assume it's HD, but in DVD format.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
So it's like you had your DVDs, and then like they made HD DVDs as like it's like the new latest and greatest. But then Blu-ray came out like a year later or something.
It was weird because HD DVD and Blu-ray were like at the same time.
Okay.
So like it was a bit of like it was like
VHS Betamax situation.
yeah, it was like a format war for like two formats that were pretty much the exact same. So like it was like this like these two can't coexist.
Right.
There's no point to it. It's just completely like stupid. So it's just like one of them had to win out. And like some movie companies only put stuff out on HD DVD, some only put them out on Blu-ray. And like the players themselves were like $700. So it's just like they were just like enough is enough.
Yeah, and then like Blu-ray, like the PS3 could also play Blu-ray discs and stuff.
So the Xbox 360 had an HD DVD player.
Ah.
You see that, Dom, right over there?
I knew that.
But you
That does not correlate.
but that's an HD DVD player. So like you're kind of looking like you knew about HD DVD.
Oh, I don't know about this movie in particular. No, I don't know.
But you know about HD DVD.
I guess I just assumed it was a DVD player.
But you've seen the Xbox 360 HD DVD drive?
Isn't it
The white thing right there.
Oh, no.
Not to be confused
no.
with the white thing, the white thing, the white thing, the white thing, the white thing,
It looks
or the
like-
thing that's like white when it's facing us, but I can tell the other side of it's black.
The HD DVD drive is like it almost looks like
That's
a book.
separate. I
It
see what you're
kinda
talking
does.
about now.
Like,
I
is
thought you were
that like
talking
an
about the
attachment that goes onto the Xbox 360? or
No,
is
you
it
just plug it
standalone?
in.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought you were talking about the actual Xbox that can play DVDs.
No. This is the HD DVD drive that you plug into the Xbox
Then
360.
no, I did not know
So
that.
then you can play HD DVD. Yeah, because I was about to say like you don't know about Five Nights at Freddy's, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead,
Clockwork
Casablanca, Citizen Kane, but you know of the Xbox 360 HD DVD
Have you heard
player.
of any Stanley Kubrick movie, by the way?
You
Like
have to give me a.
The Shining.
I've heard of that one. Never seen it.
Okay.
2001: A Space Odyssey. That's the dun dun.
I can't let you do that.
I've heard of that one. Never seen it.
It's like how I'm pretty sure the Psycho theme, where it's like like whatever, like you open up the shower curtain with the knife.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like the theme there is more famous than the movie, I'd say.
Yeah.
And same
What
with
movie is
2001: A
this?
Space
Psycho.
Odyssey.
By Alfred Hitchcock, different director.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
Stanley Kubrick, I think, is one of my favorite directors.
George Romero.
George Romero. So like in the 60s, Romero made Night of the Living Dead with somebody whose name escapes me. And then because it fell into public domain like borderline immediately because it not the same thing that Rudolph did, but there's some reason it fell into public domain really quick. But because of that, like Romero got funding to make another movie. So he made Dawn of the Dead. But like Dawn of the Dead versus Night of the Living Dead. Do you notice any difference there?
The title?
Yeah, living. The word living.
Yeah.
Instead of just of the dead. Of the living dead. So because of a dispute, him and his co-director got partial rights. So like Romero could continue the theme of like night, dawn, the third one's called day. And then the other guy got Living Dead for the end of it. So in the 1980s, there was Return of the Living Dead, which very different from Dawn of the Dead, which you haven't seen and are sitting next to a copy of its remake. Very, very different, like tonally and everything. And Return of the Living Dead from the 80s is actually the reason that like in the public zeitgeist, the whole like zombies want brains, like that kind of thing, first introduced in Return of the Living Dead.
Really? That's actually a good fun fact.
Yeah, good little factoid. Good little factoid.
So, what's the deal with Golden Freddy?
It's like a ghost or something.
Yeah.
And I think like the lore implication is that he's the like the first kid,
Oh, okay.
like the first kid's
83.
spirit. Yeah.
But it's never specifically said. It's just implied.
I mean, it might. There's what, like 12 games at this point? Like sister location. That's Eventually, they stopped numbering the sequels.
What happens on the 5th day?
You win.
Why do you keep showing back up to work?
I mean, why
I mean-
do you show up to like some of the worst jobs?
Yeah, like seriously, man. Like you.
This pay
like,
can't
what?
Eric-
be that good.
Eric,
and the
Oh,
best
it's
that
not,
you can
it's
die.
not. I
Eric,
think you
your
can-
first job or something at like Tim Hortons or something. I don't think you lasted 5 days, right?
My first job, I lasted more than 5 days, but less than 2 pay periods. Tim Hortons, I lasted about a pay period. Yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 takes place inside like a home instead of like whether it's the pizzeria or like the sewer or something. Doesn't 3 take place in a sewer?
I
Once-
don't know.
Something like that. I'm pretty sure. And then Five Nights at Freddy's 4 takes place in a house, and I'm pretty sure it's just the one thing again. I think it's just Freddy this time, but it's like a nightmare version of Freddy. Blah. Told you there were a lot of Freddy Fazbears
So Oreo Cokes.
Yeah, we
and
have
Coke Oreos.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got these at Walgreens before we started this. You want to give them a try?
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. Do you think
Which
like
one
do
are
you,
you more interested
do you
in?
think the Oreo Coke is gonna be more like kind of like an orange juice with pulp? Like you're gonna like it's just crushed up Oreo inside a Coke.
No,
I would like that.
I think it's gonna be a creamier Coke.
It's flavored. It says it's fizzy cookie flavored.
I think it's gonna be from in the same vein as like the Peeps Pepsi.
Peepsy.
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 They should be in like that
I
same
think it's
vein.
better.
A lot of
I
sugar.
don't remember ever having the Peeps Pepsi. So,
It tasted like.
but you know what? If there's several things I love, Coke and Oreos are 2 of them.
Oreo's my favorite cookie of all time.
How about Coke?
I like Coke over Pepsi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do prefer colas over like lemon lime soda. So
You're just talking out of your ass.
that's so true. I love like Dr Pepper, root beer, Coke.
What about
Top
what,
three
up,
right
what
there.
about your orange, your
It
Fantas?
smells.
They're
good.
fine. I don't hate them, but it's not.
That smells
Not my
good.
favorite.
Everybody give it a whiff.
I'm smelling just like a very strong Coke.
Yeah, I don't get any cookies.
Yeah, it's Coke.
I'm digging it. I'm getting a hint of cookie hints. It's like if you're googling cheat codes, you need a cookie hint.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
I don't get any cookie hints.
You
Nope.
sniff it. You gotta know how to
Alright.
read it.
I'm just going in.
I get more cookie hint on the taste than the smell.
Yeah, definitely.
By a
Definitely.
hair, but it's still just sugar. It just tastes like
I don't know,
sugar.
this-
What do you mean?
It tastes like it just tastes sweet.
To me, this feels kind of like the Guinness of Coke. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, what?
Get like a dark draft, like a Guinness.
I feel like the Nitro Pepsi would taste more like a Guinness than a Coke.
I don't remember Nitro Pepsi.
It was good. It was like not carbonated.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I'm surprised I don't have that anymore.
Because we drank it. It was so good.
Yeah, we
They
drink it
don't
all.
make-
Yeah.
They don't make anymore.
I don't see it in the stores. It feels like weirdly like airy.
Yeah.
Like when I
I think
sip
it's-
it down, it doesn't really feel
it's
like there's.
creamy.
Yeah.
A little bit of cream.
I don't
You
know,
know, I'll give you that.
I get that same sensation on the roof of my mouth, like if I eat too many Oreos, like taking a sip of this. Like,
Oh,
you know
it
what I'm
almost has like a film.
Yeah, like I
I can
feel
see
it.
that. I don't like diet sodas or zero sugars because of artificial sweetener. So that's what this is. But if they made a regular, I think it'd be pretty okay.
Yeah, I think this isn't like horrible or anything, but I'm not really gonna drink more of it.
This isn't gonna replace Coke, but it's fun. It's definitely better than the Peep Pepsi.
Yeah.
Not as sweet as the Peep.
I think it's kind of hard to get like flavors like this in Coke. You know, it's something where it's like it kind of just tastes like a dirtier Coke.
Yeah.
You just kind
Yeah.
of taste like a dirty Coke.
Coke's its
Dirty
own
Coke.
flavor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's see if
Just
Oreo can.
Yeah. So yeah, let's. We've had the milk. Now let's have the cookie.
Oh my god.
Now what if this only tastes like Oreos and no Coke? Whoa!
Enough, yeah, like
Pass it around.
Oh, look at that, eh?
Oh, look at the design on it.
They're different.
Oh, nice.
yo.
Oh, I like that.
Yo, yeah, that's kind of dope.
Yeah.
I got the Diet Coke logo.
I got
Alright,
bottles.
smell it.
I got two
I got
bottles.
bottles.
Nice.
A Coke smell.
It smells like Coke.
It smells like the bottle caps candies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's fair.
We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there.
Are those old?
We got them today.
Really?
These are brand new.
They taste so crunchy.
They do. The cookie's harder.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got that like They're like pop rocks.
Oh, there's
kinda.
yeah.
Yeah.
You hear that?
The cookie is definitely the. It's definitely the more impressive one.
Yeah. There's like Pop Rocks
I
in
think
the cream.
Coke's more impressive.
No way in hell.
I think because you can make so. You know how many different flavors Oreo has already? Oh. You know how many different flavors Oreo already has? You don't see many new inventive flavors for Coke. That's way more impressive.
Dominic.
There's probably thousands of Oreo flavors.
What do you mean, no new and inventive Cokes? Have you ever had Starlight Coca-Cola?
Is that new?
Ish.
What about that Dream World thing? You hated
Oh
that.
yeah, the Dream World one was bad. I did not
What,
like.
what was the
Dream
flavor
World
of
one.
that?
It was a dream.
Yeah,
Oh.
literally, that's what it would say on the frickin' bottles. It's like dream flavored. Starlight was space flavored.
Is it just mystery flavored?
That's the thing with that. That's the thing with calling it a Dream World flavor. They can get away with anything. They don't have to make it taste like anything. You can just be like, oh, that's what it tastes like.
It's like, yeah, we put like slightly more aspartame in this one, so it's dream flavored.
Yeah. Yeah, I prefer the cookie to the Coke.
Cookie to the Coke.
I think regular Oreo is better than these, but it was fun.
Jesus.
What, do you disagree?
Oh,
You think
man,
these are better than
I don't
regular?
know, man. Today we've been just getting like kind of like a bit of a view into your psyche, man.
What
Yeah.
do you mean by that?
Did you not get enough sleep
I
last
got
night?
plenty of sleep.
How many hours?
Too much? Did you get too much sleep, Dominic?
That's a thing.
That is just as problematic.
I think our problem with him here is that like
He's
he
thinking
just,
about it.
I got 8 hours, 8.5 hours.
8.5. You could have maybe gone a little hair over.
Maybe he only needed 6 and he slept 8.5.
I usually do get about 6 to 7.
Oh, so you overslept.
Yeah, so that's why I'm in a bit of a funk. Sorry, guys.
he just doesn't like I don't know. Eric's trying to talk to him about certain movies and stuff, and he just doesn't even know they exist.
Yeah.
Not even like we don't even know the plot or
Hold up.
anything.
Name all the movies. You probably don't know a lot.
Night of the Living Dead.
I've heard of it.
Citizen Kane.
I've heard of that.
That's
Casablanca.
The one I've heard of that one.
Maybe not. Wait, say it again?
Casablanca.
Yeah.
however you-
Okay, yeah.
I don't need you to watch them. I'm just like
I haven't seen them, but I've heard of them, Dominic.
Yeah,
Maybe get
these
out
are-
from under
these
the
are-
rock you're in.
Yeah,
I've heard the only
these
one
are
I've
like
heard,
classic movies that like
Citizen
everybody's
Kane.
aware of.
I've never heard of till today.
Clockwork Orange.
Heard of it. Yeah, that's been referenced in another video, Dominic, that you were
I
in. Yeah, you were in it.
Why are you going from
The GTA 5 video. That's
talk about it?
Yeah.
Did I say
Yeah,
I've seen
it was. Yeah. You asked if it was a real movie. Scott said yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dominic, your story is falling apart, man. Like,
We've been
Well, I've
here
never
before.
seen it still. I still haven't seen it.
yeah, but claiming that you didn't know was a thing.
I guess I just went out in one ear, out the other.
Well, we gotta ask you then, buddy. Like I don't know. Like
I'm just not a big
Eric, you should
movie-
give him a bit of a I don't know, a bit of a 101 class on just like some movies, you know?
History of movies.
Are those even, like, would you say they're good movies?
Citizen Kane was considered to be like the greatest film of all time for about 40 years.
I
Like,
don't know.
And now it sucks.
almost universally.
It's just I think
It's very old.
I'm not into those old movies, to be honest.
we don't need you
So
to
like
be
that's
into
that's what's fascinating though, right? Like
What?
yes, Citizen Kane is a movie from what, the 30s or something?
40s.
Oh God.
Maybe 40s.
that-
I'm not watching
No,
that.
that's
but,
gonna suck.
but
I've heard of
like
it, Dominic.
it's
I've never heard of it.
like the cinematography and the camera work and even the effects, like it's on par with movies from the 2000s.
Huh.
Like it looks
I don't think
It-
you'd like it.
And
That's
the 2000s
interesting, though.
is 20 years old, so if that's already old now.
well, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, like it was very influential because before that movie, pretty much all film was just like static shot, static shot, static shot. Like nobody moved the camera, like nobody zoomed the camera or anything like that. Like these were all things that Citizen Kane like started, pioneered.
And that's awesome for film industry. It just, I don't know. It doesn't sound like a movie for me.
Well, what
though.
movies do you like, Dom?
I have described nothing of the plot to you.
I
and
like
you're-
National Treasure. And National Treasure 2.
is that your go-tos? No, like your favorite movie.
No.
What's your favorite movie?
National
then?
Treasures are kind of fun.
I wish they made a third. I don't know. My go-to movie? Probably some comedy movie.
Emoji movie.
Not my go-to, but it's good.
Man loves the Emoji Movie. Has never heard of Citizen Kane.
Are they similar? What do you? What is the correlation there?
never heard of it. Like it's never like
Nobody's
ever
asking you to watch it.
Yeah,
I like a
you've
lot
never-
of Will
you've never
Ferrell
even
movies.
heard, like-
Elf, one of my favorites. I like The Grinch.
Okay.
You like Step Brothers?
That's not a Will Ferrell movie.
No, but it's another movie. What do you mean?
Grinch. What do you like, Red Rudolph too, buddy?
We already talked about that.
We did already talk about Rudolph.
Wow.
Eric knows the Godzilla movies.
I've seen
yeah.
one Godzilla vs. Kong.
What'd you think?
Was it the 60s Godzilla versus
What
Kong?
do you think?
I'll give you one
Think
guess.
about it this way, Dominic. Godzilla's third movie, he was fighting King Kong. King Kong's third movie, he was fighting Godzilla.
Whoa. Same universe? Correlated?
Yeah, they're in the same movie. What do you mean? What? I don't. It was one from like 3-4 years ago.
I'm gonna describe a few monsters for you, Dominic, and
Okay.
you're gonna tell me which one gave Godzilla the most run for his money.
Okay, this will be good. This is
Alright.
okay.
We've got the gigantic moth,
Now, is this all? Never mind. Okay.
Finish the question.
the gigantic moth, Mothra. You got your space turkey looking thing with a chainsaw belly, Gigan. I have definitely talked about Gigan.
He's a
before.
turkey.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a turkey. It's like a green space turkey, and then he becomes a navy space turkey in the
I don't know that one.
Final Wars. There's the three-headed space dragon.
I know this one.
King Ghidorah.
Okay.
This is a cool one.
That's my leader so far.
There's the biological mistake turned super weapon Biolante, which is basically just Godzilla but plant-based.
Wait, plant-based? I thought...
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Then there's Destroya.
That's a droya.
That's a Troya. I forget his backstory. I haven't actually seen that movie. Which one gave Godzilla?
I thought there was some like AI Godzilla too. Was
I mean,
it?
there's Mecha Godzilla.
Oh, that's one I was-
Yeah.
okay.
Then there's
think-
Mecha Godzilla 2, and then there's Kiryu.
Okay, screw those.
AI Godzilla.
I think the three-headed dragon gave the most run for Godzilla.
It was Destroya.
That's a
Destroya
droya
win.
killed Godzilla.
That's
Wait, which
Destroya
one's that?
won.
What the hell?
Which one's that?
The one, like, okay, so
The
he's like
turkey?
the no, but the turkey was like the final boss of Godzilla Final Wars.
Okay.
How would you describe this Destroya, Scott? He's
I don't
like-
remember.
he's
I
like-
just
he's like-
remember.
he's like big and like purple-ish.
I just
like dark
remember like
purple.
that was a movie where it was like Godzilla dies.
Yep.
But what is it?
He came from space. I'm pretty sure he was
Is
like.
that where Godzilla came from? Or
It's like an asteroid.
created
No,
here?
Godzilla was created by the nuclear weapons that ended World War II.
Sorry.
Well, depending on which continuity you're looking at, either Godzilla was created by the nuclear fallout, or the nuclear bombs hitting Japan woke him up from his slumber at the bottom of the
I
sea.
like to think that one.
It was one of the two.
Okay. I'm going with
I think
second.
the second one's the more like the modern
Widely
Godzilla
accepted.
movies. That's their continuity. I'm pretty sure.
Well, there's also Godzilla has a son.
Yeah, Son of Godzilla.
We're getting a lot of cookie on this.
Manila?
Better, actually.
Milla?
Yeah, yeah, and
Something like that.
he looks like a little just looks like a just.
Does he look like Godzilla?
He kind
smaller?
of sucks. I'm
So
gonna
like
be real
so
with you.
so the Son of Godzilla basically like it does look like a child Godzilla. I'll give him that. It does look like a child Godzilla. But like when they film the Godzilla movies, right? It's just the dude in the rubber suit and then like the model cities that he's destroying, right? So the Son of Godzilla is just a child in a Godzilla costume, but it's filmed to scale with humans. So even though Godzilla is like skyscraper height, Manila is normal
Oh,
human
Lord.
child height, and
Are
he looks
you
like
serious?
that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
yeah, yeah.
When was this? When did he come around?
Like the early '70s, maybe late '60s.
This is why I don't watch movies like that.
There's also
Back
Godzilla
then.
versus the Smog Monster. The Smog Monster's Hedorah. Literally just like the crux of that movie is like pollution bad, but it was made in like the early '60s, and there's like probably throughout the movie about 40 minutes worth of
Are
like
you
go-go
kidding me?
dancing.
Yeah, that's the smog monster.
I thought it was Son of Godzilla.
No, this is the smog monster.
Do you see this?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's the smog.
That makes the movie unwatchable.
No, that's Son of Godzilla. That's not the Smog Monster.
Yeah.
That's not the Smog Monster.
I wouldn't be able
Dominic.
to like. I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face watching this movie.
I don't think anybody could.
Godzilla movies are a little more boring than they kind of you think. You think you're gonna go into them being like, oh yeah, this is gonna be really really just cheesy fun.
I thought the one I watched was good.
Yeah, but that's like an American like modern Godzilla movie.
Oh, you're talking about the originals?
Yeah, if you go for like a 70s Godzilla movie, you're gonna be like, if you want to watch Godzilla's Revenge and be like, I want just some cheesy dumb bullshit. You'll get it, but it's only like 10 minutes worth of it, and then like the other 80 minutes is like just humans talking.
And again, like Godzilla versus the Smog Monster, there's probably like 40 minutes of go-go dancing in that movie. It's like no plot, it's just go-go dance. Like they like the human characters go to the club or something, it's just go-go dancing for like 15 minutes, then a scene with Godzilla, and then more go-go dancing, and then like, oh no, the pollution's coming alive, go-go dancing. Like that's that movie.
Which one? The 70s one?
Early 60s.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in color.
In color.
Yep.
Colored go-go dancing.
Only 2 Godzilla movies are black and white. The original Gojira, which is from like 58, 59, something like that. And then the second one... Ooh, what's the second one called?
Godzilla Raids Again.
Yeah, Godzilla Raids Again, where he fights Anguirus. Which is like an armadillo, like a big armadillo.
Armadillos.
Not even close to the size of Godzilla, but they fight like. And it's in and that one's again like the late 50s or something. That one I haven't.
Dom?
That one I haven't
Oh,
actually
yeah.
seen yet.
Are you following this?
No, I tuned out.
Are-
I'm getting a lot more chocolate and more Oreo flavor towards the bottom of the can.
You're just looking for a way to escape the conversation. That's why you're.
This whole
looking for
video has been about Oreo Cokes.
I feel like they probably should have called them Cokies. That would have been kind of cute, right?
That is good.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Justin was just shaking his head no.
No, it's such a good idea. What were they doing?
That's such a good idea. I'm just going.
Like, wow, love that.
I don't like how crunchy they are. If they were like the same consistency as regular Oreos, I think it'd be better. Am I the only one in this video?
No, I agree with you, Dom. I was just chewing my food.
Dominic, I'm just a little surprised by how little that you're really participating in society.
What? What do you mean by that? What is it?
You live dormant, just in a shell all day.
Are you kidding?
I'd describe it
Where
more
is
as an
this
echo
coming
chamber. It's more of an echo chamber
Yeah,
that he's living in.
you just and I bet you do the same thing online. You just find people that just kind of say the same things you say, and you're like, yeah, I agree with that.
see, yeah. Anybody
I
who
was the one that said
disagrees
this is
wrong.
getting better and more Oreo tasting.
And I bet you're gonna
No, it's
find. I bet you're gonna find a group online after this.
Yeah, you'll find them, buddy.
The Oreo Coke truthers, perhaps.
Yeah, r/Oreo Coke truthers. I bet you're the freaking moderator.
Don't worry about what I do. I've seen your name pop up there once or twice.
Not a chance, pal.
I don't know, Justin. Do you know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's?
I don't know anything, and I've never even played it. I think it's a cool looking game. I like to be scared.
Well, you
Well-
just walked into the right couch with the
Boy,
right
do I have
man.
someone to explain it to you.
But you don't move, do you? You kind of just look at screens.
Yeah, right.
And
Like,
I don't like that.
Yeah, you're like a security guard, and like the whole gameplay is like you're checking the cameras and like closing the doors or like cutting power. Like
I don't want to do that though. I want like if I was physically if I had to like walk down the hallway, close the door, I'll play that game.
it's one of those games where like the horror is more supposed to be coming from like your inability to do anything. Like you know how like in Amnesia, The Dark Descent, like you can't really fight any of the monsters.
Okay.
Like so in Five Nights at Freddy's, you can't really directly interact with them. All you can try to do is keep an eye on them and shut the doors.
So if I can see them, what am I scared of?
I think they
They're
sneak up on
gonna
you.
get you.
Well,
I think they
Okay.
sneak up. Like once you turn off the security cameras, they're like right in front of you or something.
but you have the ability to not let them sneak up on you.
Security
good.
cameras draw power.
Yep, and if you run out of power, the whole thing goes dark, and all you hear are like footsteps, and then like you don't even know like because like the jump scares can come from like the left, right, or above. I want to say, and like you don't know where
you
they're
just
coming
ruined it. Yeah, it's left, right, and up. What about down? Can you look down and get scared?
from. Not in the first one. Not in the first one.
But the second, that's the new thing that they added in the second
the
one.
new feature in the.
It's the down jump scare.
The second one actually, like, so in the first one you got two doors you can control, the left door and the right door. And the second one, there's only the front door. That's like there's one door in front.
Oh,
of
they
you.
add okay.
But
They've added
there's,
one.
No,
there's
they
also,
take it away.
But there's also the vents, which you don't really have a whole lot of control over. But that's where Balloon Boy comes. Balloon Boy's gonna crawl through the vents.
If you think about it, like you kind of get the same scare from like
Remember-
Among Us.
You know what?
Yeah,
he's
kinda,
explaining it
kinda.
pretty well here.
yeah,
Earlier today, he wasn't explaining it well at all.
Really? You think?
I think he was jumping all around. He
got-
brought
I
up
got-
Balloon Boy for no reason.
I still don't know who that is.
Like, I mean, he's at least going like Balloon Boy's in the vents, so you got to watch out for the vents.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's news to me.
Hey, you weren't even listening, Dominic.
I thought you were just repeating everything you just said.
To a T.
Yep.
He just knew everything. He just.
And apparently Rudolph's in Five Nights.
No, the reindeer.
No, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer has nothing to do with Five Nights at Freddy's. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer also faced an issue with copyright, just like Night of the Living Dead, the first George Romero zombie movie.
Okay. Cool.
See, that's all. It
I
takes,
will
Dom,
say,
that's all it
Eric
takes.
sounded like absolutely deranged when he brought up Rudolph the first time. He's just like, yeah, Night of the Living Dead. It has a copyright problem. That's where Rudolph comes in. It's just like Rudolph, right?
I like the lore that goes into Five Nights at Freddy's. I like
Yeah,
all
like
the lore that goes into it.
like the bite and like the dead kids.
I don't know anything. I just know that there's a lot that
The
goes
Bite
into
of
it.
87, man.
Bite of 87.
Right. Oh my
See,
god.
he knows.
I was
That's,
listening.
that's a smile of somebody who knows the clip.
Oh, you know that clip?
Dominic, I only know of it because Eric's shown you, man. You can't pretend like you don't know, man.
This is all
The
news
Bite!
to me. Yeah, he told me about the bite.
Was that the bite of 87?
It
wasn't.
Wasn't there?
It wasn't.
Wasn't there? There's another thing. There's
There's
something
two
else.
bites.
Yeah, I knew it. Yes.
The Bite of 83.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, so 87's the second bite.
Yes. And the clip of Markiplier going, "Is that the bite of 87?" was not was not the bite of 87. It was the bite of 83.
Oh, so we got it wrong?
Yeah.
Dominic, what's wrong? You're acting like we're talking about like some really like.
The purple guy's name is William Afton.
Yeah.
Yep. I just need to play the damn game.
It would be cool.
You know what? While Eric's explaining it, we could hook it up here.
I don't think I'm gonna play. It sounds scary.
It might be scary.
But we're all here together.
Yeah, but we're all like
Dom, we're all here together.
I feel like, especially if we were playing like hypothetically Five Nights 3, where there's just the one animatronic coming after you. I forget what its name is.
Freddy?
Freddy Fazbear,
Nope,
right?
it's not. That's the thing.
Golden.
It's not. It's some variation of the bunny rabbit.
Isn't there a blue one?
Lola.
Lola,
That
like
is
from
a bunny-
Space Jam.
That is a bunny rabbit, but not the
No.
same bunny rabbit.
Isn't there like a blue character in Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yes, that is.
What about a red one?
that's-
We got a red one too.
Yeah, that is the bunny. The bunny is blue, and Bonnie is it?
Overall, I think this wasn't that bad. I think it's fun Coke flavor. I would try it. I wish it wasn't zero sugar.
Oh, you need sugar.
He's trying to get out of this so
But
bad.
it wouldn't replace regular Coke, and I think cherry Coke's the best.
Nothing's gonna replace regular Coke.
I didn't
don't
say it
think-
was. I think it's a fun flavor.
They tried to
addition.
replace regular Coke once. It didn't work out very well for them.
It's like new Coke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dominic.
Do you know about that, Dom?
I thought every Coke's new.
All right, hit us with it.
You
Eric.
don't know about new Coke, Dominic?
Maybe. What is new
Like
Coke?
in the 80s, like
no, I don't. Then.
when like Pepsi like really hit the scene.
Mm-hmm.
It was polling. It was more popular with young people. Coke was more popular with old people. Pepsi was trying to run with that. Like, this is the drink of a new generation. Coke wanted to combat that. So what they did, they developed a new formula to like more directly compete with Pepsi, because Pepsi's a little bit sweeter, you know.
Delicious.
So like they tried to make a Coke version of Pepsi. They called it New Coke. And allegedly, when they did all their market research and everything, like people like there was like 80% of polled people were like staunchly for it. Like, oh yeah, this is better. But what they didn't account for was the 20% of people who not only didn't like it, were mad that it was different. So that like quiet minority just became the only voice you would hear on TV. And then it was trendy to hate New Coke.
So do we have the original formula or new Coke right
They
now?
brought it back. They caved in.
So what we've been drinking is new Coke?
No. What we've been drinking is,
Dominic.
or like you know how like on most Cokes, like regular Coke, it'll say like original Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Because it's not the new Coke.
Oh.
And we're like 30 years, 40 years almost removed from that, and they still have to call it original Coke.
His brain is like a damn sponge. He
I
just
know.
knows everything.
He's like a damn
There
Coca-Cola
were
dictionary.
it got so bad like once new Coke like was because like the plan was all the retailers sell through the existing old Coke and then they get new Coke in, so like people were literally driving like hours into like remote ass like corner stores across the country like in the middle of butt nowhere on the off chance that they could still buy original Coke.
Yeah, that's doing too much.
Tell them about Pepsi now.
So Pepsi had an issue one time. They had like, was it like Pepsi points or something? Like do the Pepsi challenge or something where like you could like earn points by buying and drinking Pepsi.
Smart.
And in the commercials, they showed like, some of the stuff you could win, like a Pepsi hat or like a Pepsi t-shirt. And then at the end, they made a joke about how like, in my Pepsi private jet, which is like a military jet or something, it said like 999 million points or something.
funny.
Some guy did the math to figure out like, even by spending like $3 million to get those 999 million points or whatever, that's significantly cheaper than
buy
that
the jet.
aircraft is worth. So what he did was he went about and got himself enough points to get the jet and then sued Pepsi until they gave him a jet.
He actually got a jet?
No, they bought him out for the full value of the jet.
I think the hardest part is drinking that damn Pepsi. That sucks.
Dude,
That's the
don't like
hardest part of the
Pepsi?
Pepsi challenge.
Yeah, that's
it's
the
delicious.
Nah, Coke's way better.
When I'm at work, I get a soda cup. I fill it up like 3/4 of the way with Pepsi, and I top it off with lemonade. Makes it a little refreshing.
Interesting. I don't know if that's good.
It is
Lemon
good.
Pepsi.
It's called a Pepsi. Or a Lepsi.
It's called Pepsi with lemonade.
Creative.
Dom, I haven't really drank a ton of pop. I mean, this is like the first pop I've had in a very
I
long
don't drink
time.
pop too often. Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper, root beer, top two. Between Coke and Pepsi, Coke clears.
Yeah, I mean,
Pepsi
when
sucks.
I drank pop a lot more, it was always Coke over Pepsi, but I never minded Pepsi at all.
Pepsi's for kids.
Oh my god.
I think that's just the region we're in.
So that's the thing, like, it's not really regional, it's not really generational or anything. I think it really just is, like, people's taste buds. Like, Coke is huge in the South, right? But, like, you can still get a Pepsi in the South. Like, nobody's gonna stop you.
yeah.
You're not gonna get bullied on the street. But, like, the way we use Google is how the South uses Coke. Like, I'm gonna Google...
What?
Like,
I see what you're saying.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna Google something. Like, oh, Google Balloon Boy Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Like I'm gonna search something on the internet. I'm Googling it.
Yes. I
They're
know what
like,
you're saying now.
they're like, it's like, hey, what do you want to drink? I'll take a Coke. Oh, what kind? I got Sprite. I got Pepsi. I got.
Yes, that's their word.
Really?
For pop.
Who says that? Who uses
I know that-
Pepsi for that?
What?
I'll take a Pepsi.
No, they
And
say
then-
Right, nobody
Hey,
says
I'll take
that.
a Coke,
Yeah.
and then what kind of Cokes you got?
Yeah, it's like,
They-
I'll take a Coke. What kind of Coke you want? Like, it's like, yeah, I'll take a Sprite.
I mean, like
7 Up.
we have like the soda and pop debate.
Yeah,
Right. This is also one of those.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same. That's another one.
That's
like,
soda pop Coke.
Specifically, like in like,
Yeah,
I
we're-
want to say it's like
Soda.
Alabama, like
We're
Mississippi.
a pop.
I don't know.
We're a pop
Georgia.
region, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I say soda.
I mean,
So
I mix them
contrary
up
to you,
every
I
now
knew
and
you.
then.
Shut your mouth.
I knew you would.
Says the guy who hasn't heard of Citizen Kane.
Yeah, Dominic.
Haven't
Or the orange one. Agent
A Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange.
Agent Orange.
Agent Orange.
Yep.
Ajax. Tough on grease.
But you know about Cream the Rabbit? You were talking to Cream the Rabbit.
Who is that?
It's a rabbit from Sonic and Mario. Sonic.
Go ahead.
Hedgehog.
Go off,
So-
Eric. Go off, Eric.
Cream the Rabbit is all Dominic's domain.
All I did was just look up Sonic characters. I was like, Cream the Rabbit. You don't really hear much about her, and that's how that came about.
And you just got in. You just dove into Cream the Rabbit.
I've never heard of Cream the Rabbit. I'm like, who's that?
Well, go ahead. Tell me about Cream the Rabbit.
That's all I know.
Dominic also didn't
Just
know.
the name?
Dominic also didn't know what an echidna was.
I've never heard of Echidna until Eric told
Echidna?
me.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Echidna.
Don't act like you
Is
know.
it- is it
You
an
know
animal?
that big red guy from Sonic?
Oh, no.
Knuckles the echidna.
No. But okay.
You don't know Knuckles?
The yellow one?
Red.
the red one.
I don't. There's a red. Wait, what's the yellow one's name though? Isn't
Tails.
That's the fox.
You talking the fox?
With the-
Tails,
that flies?
miles per hour.
that okay?
Yeah,
That makes sense. But
you know the red guy?
and
Big
his
red
name,
guy.
and his name's Knuckles.
That spikes on
Yeah.
his hand.
I've heard the name, but I thought that was the yellow
Like
one.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Knuckles the Echidna.
But like I
Cream the
knew
rabbit.
I
And
knew
Cream
I knew
the rabbit. Yeah,
I knew
the
Tails
big
was a
three.
part of the yellow one, but I thought Knuckles was also yellow.
No,
related.
Knuckles,
What do you
Knuckles
mean
is
a part
red.
of the yellow?
They're all yellow. They're just all yellow.
I'm colorblind. Everybody's yellow.
It's Sonic's blue. Everybody else is yellow.
There's that what, like Fat Mario, he's yellow. Like
Yeah.
um
Oh. For
Fat
some reason,
Mario.
I thought you were just you were talking about regular Mario, and you're like his full name is just Fat Mario. I don't know.
yeah, it's like
What's
like
that-
Fat Tony from The Simpsons. Like
What's
it's
that
just
like
Fat
Mario spinoff?
Luigi.
No. It's not
Mario Golf.
No, isn't it like
Mario
something
Kart.
Dad?
Granddad. Seven
Oh,
Granddad.
yeah,
Yes,
Seven
isn't he
Granddad.
yellow?
I'm pretty sure he's still red and blue. Like
Oh, never mind. I tried to join.
because yeah, it's like it's
Seven
like
Granddad is not a spin-off of Mario.
it's a
Well, it's not-
bootleg.
That's what I meant.
Yellow characters though. Wally, he's also yellow.
He's more of bronze.
What?
Isn't he yellow?
I think he's bronze.
I feel like he's yellow.
I'd say beige and rust.
I feel like there's some yellow on him.
Wally's like beige and
don't have-
rust.
I wouldn't assume he's a yellow character.
I feel like when he was in his
Yeah,
prime,
if you're talking about famous yellow characters throughout history, like people would be like, "Oh,
Wally.
Pikachu, SpongeBob." You
Bart
say Wally.
Simpson,
Yeah.
Wally.
I feel like Wally was painted yellow.
I think he's like a rusty,
Like rusty
bronze
beige. Like he's like rusty
Look him up.
beige, isn't he? Isn't he?
I'm about to make you guys look silly.
Yeah.
I
Justin
hope.
pulls up a photo. He's bright f***ing yellow. It's like,
No, he's
how
probably
did
gonna be
we miss
googling yellow Wally fan art. And just, like, read him and weep, motherfucker.
I mean, okay, the toy is yellow.
No, go to real life Wally.
I'm thinking about the
He
toy though.
probably was yellow when he was.
When he was brand new, he was yellow.
He kind of is yellow.
He's kind of yellow, boys. Yellow Wally.
I would assume of him as yellow.
He's like a
Yeah.
construction worker. That's why he's freaking yellow. So people see
you know
him.
what?
Is
It's
he
making
construction
sense.
worker?
He's
It's starting to
garbage.
make sense to me.
I think he like picks up trash.
Yeah, he builds things like a construction worker out of garbage.
Pac-Man's
That's why he's
yellow.
yellow. Pac-Man's yellow, and Miss Pac-Man.
I know that one.
Dominic.
I believe you on Pac-Man.
Have you ever seen the Pack Dog, Dom?
Yes, I think you showed me it once.
I showed him the Pack Dog.
Yeah, that is cool.
I got another one. The dog from the little the
Mermaid.
Pikmin dog.
Yeah, the Ochi.
Ochi's yellow.
Pluto.
Pluto is yellow.
Yep. A lot of dogs are yellow.
Name some yellow characters, Eric. You're supposed to be explaining stuff to us.
Homer Simpson,
No, besides
Marge
the Simpsons.
Simpson.
Besides the Simpsons.
Lisa Simpson,
Okay.
Flounder, Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's a good one.
What about the construction Mario? Like
Builder
in-
Mario.
Like, are you talking Mario from Wrecking Crew?
I was more talking Mario Maker, but that works too.
Oh yeah, Mario Maker. Yeah, Mario
Construction
Maker.
Mario Maker.
I don't know who construction.
Construction Mario. You don't know Demolition Crew?
No.
Oh, Dom, you know this one.
Black Box NES
I know
game.
Bob the Builder.
Yeah, I think he has yellow on him.
Yeah,
Yellow,
oh, yeah,
yellow
he
construction.
does.
He's a
Yeah,
construction.
hard
Well, I guess the hat. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The way you're just like, hey Dom, you know this one. Here's a preschool character.
The yellow Teletubby.
Mhm. The sun is also yellow.
And
In Teletubbies.
the yellow wiggle.
Yeah, you knew that one. I knew you were gonna say
Yep.
that one.
Yep.
Singularly, they're called Wiggle.
I,
A Wiggle.
Yeah, the
That's
yellow,
So
wiggle.
one wiggle is
And the-
just called a Wiggle.
I
Yeah,
think
the yellow
so. The
wiggle.
group of
The
them are
red
wiggles.
wiggle.
Yeah.
Those are all the wiggles, but you're one wiggle.
Not to be confused with the Wow Wow Wibble Wobble Wazzy Woodle Woo. That's a different thing.
What about the Wombles?
Wow Wow Wubsy.
The
Weeble
Wow Wow
Wobbles?
Wibble
The
Wobble
Wombles. There
Wobble
were
Wobble
some
Wazzy
wombats.
Waddle Wooble Woo. Something like that.
A band called
That's
the
a real
Wombles.
movie.
I don't. You're the waffle.
Go on.
You gotta look it
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah. Have either of you guys heard of the Wow Wow Wibble Wobble Wazzy Woodle Woo?
No.
or something. It's like a movie from the 70s
Yeah, I
or
haven't
like
seen it.
maybe 80s.
Nope.
I don't
Maybe
watch
even
old
90s.
movies.
Probably not.
Maybe 60s. I don't know, but it's like definitely 19 something. And like it's like this guy, he's in his room and he's like, you know, got an imagination. It's a kids movie.
Flubber.
No,
That's green.
That's green.
That one's green.
My bad.
You know, it's called like the Wow Wow Wibble Wobble Wazzy Woodle Woo or something. It's got like a bunch of dance numbers in it.
Yep.
And it basically just takes place in this guy's bedroom.
All right.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
What you were describing, I'm not interested in.
All right. Caligula.
I've heard of that.
Never heard of it.
Caligula.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
He's
There's
a-
also isn't there a body part with a similar name? Uvula.
Yeah. Not to be
All right.
confused. Do not confuse
Are you talking about the
Caligula with
amygdala?
your uvula. Very different.
Okay.
Caligula was a one of the crazy Roman emperors. Like one of the people credited with the downfall of Rome as a society.
What do you think about that, Dom?
Well, thanks for tuning in on a review of Oreo Coke and Coke Oreos.
Dom, you are such a little you are such a little wet sack of mice.
Always getting out of it.
Yeah.
My God.
Always trying to weasel your way out, just like a mouse.
Eric, explain something about mice.
You know about mice.
Tails.